Um, those are the 6 things that I think really will help you increase your income. And then there's things that you have to accept, all right? Things that you have to accept over here. It is your responsibility, okay? You should not be sitting here saying, 15 now, the government should make people pay me more. The government should. It's not, this isn't a livable wage. I can't live off $10 an hour. Bro, you're not supposed to. You flip burgers at McDonald's. I did it. I pushed carts at Walmart. I swept floors at a granite shop. That is not supposed to support a family. That's not even as good as a janitor. I literally swept floors. Like, even a janitor has more responsibilities than me. Okay? The government should not be coming in and telling your boss, sorry man, you gotta pay that guy more. Why? All he does is sweep. Why am I gonna pay this guy $10 an hour or more? He sweeps a floor. If he wants a better job, if he wants more money, do some of this for me as the employer, right? Do some of this and I'll pay you more. Show initiative. If you're lazy and you don't want to work hard, that's your problem. I don't gotta pay you more for it. That is your problem. It's your responsibility to make more money. Oh, I just can't, the economy. Oh, I'm injured. Oh, my family. Dude, they're excuses. It's bullcrap. All right, you can always work harder. You can always do more. You can always figure it out. You can always change careers. Well, it's uncomfortable. I don't want to move. Then those are your choices, and if you make those choices, that's fine if you're choosing to do it. But don't take it out on your employer. That's just, it's a laziness. It's your responsibility to make more money. Do the things you hate. Okay? Work when no one else will work. Hopefully that's not on here. It's not. Okay. Do what others won't. Okay, so yeah, do the things you hate and do what others won't. These two go hand in hand. Work the days other people won't. We need somebody to come in Saturday. I'm there. Oh, man, at least as the boss, I didn't have to freaking pick somebody. He volunteered. Great, awesome. Dude, you'll make your freaking boss and your coworkers like you. Do the things you hate to do. If you don't like to sell and you're a salesperson, learn to sell better, okay? If you don't like to work overtime, if you don't like to make arrests for DUI because you're not comfortable with the DUI process, then become an expert in it so you feel confident when you're taking someone's rights away from them for a crime that they've committed. Know what you're doing. If you don't like something, force yourself to get good at it. Force yourself to accept it. Do what other people won't. Your boss is going to notice that. Your peers are going to notice that. Your family's going to notice that. Man, Mike works all his days off. Mike works all his days off. He works night shift. He works day shift. He drives a really crappy car because he doesn't want to invest in something that's $30,000, $40,000 and take a line of credit out for it. He lives in a freaking apartment instead of buying his own house, even though he can afford to buy one. I mean, why does he do all of these things and everybody else is doing it? Because I'm not going into stupid debt. That's why. Man, he won't get credit cards. Why doesn't he get credit cards? Because I'm not going into stupid debt. That's why. And then I eventually did get credit cards, but I used the credit card to build credit and pay the whole thing off 100% each month. I don't use a credit card to just buy random stuff and then make the minimum payments and blow myself out of the water with interest. Be an addict. Right, like Grant Cardone says, be obsessed or be average. Dude, we are all addicted to something, man. At certain points in my life, I've been addicted to video games. Played World of Warcraft, played Halo. I mean, I still love these games. I don't play WoW, I haven't played in years. I play Halo whenever a new game comes out for a couple of weeks, just because it's the only bit of nostalgia that I have left. The only thing from my childhood that I can still kind of reach out and touch is, oh, a new Halo game came out. Halo Infinity is coming out for Infinite. I want to play that game. Become an addict. Focus that addiction. Dude, sometimes my addiction is watching a ton of YouTube videos. Sometimes my addiction is going to the gym for 3 hours a night, which I don't need to go for 3 hours a night. Sometimes my addiction is playing soccer 7 times a week. Sometimes my addiction is working harder at work by stopping more cars and getting more arrests and getting more overtime. Focus your addiction as a human being, man. We will obsess over things, so make sure you channel that as something that is productive, okay? Productive for you. Do not just sit and Netflix marathon How I Met Your Mother or House of Cards or freaking Making of a Murderer. I mean, they're all good shows. I'm not saying don't ever relax, but don't sit there and watch 6 hours of it day after day after day until you can quote every single freaking quote from The Office. And Dwight and Jim are your spirit animals or whatever, Watch them and then put them down and walk away and do something productive with that addiction. Make it work for you. That's what I do. Be known by your peers as the hardest worker, right? What's your reputation? What's your brand? Does everybody know you as the guy that works harder than everybody else, who comes in early, who stays late? They should. If they don't, that's your fault. I mean, it's your fault. work longer, work harder, help other people out. I hope that I'm known for that. I hope I am. I try to come in early. I try to stay late. When I'm leaving and some guys in my crew are stuck back and like, hey man, I know you're a little bit newer. If anything bad happens, if there's a fatal on the freeway, if there's a serious incident, call me on my personal cell. I'll get back in uniform. I'll come out and make sure I help you guys out, okay? Dude, I want folks to know they can rely on me, that I'm going to work hard, that I will produce, and our team effort to look good as a detachment, to work hard, to be recognized as a successful group of people as a team. You know, I want my team to know, man, this guy, he's like freaking Cristiano Ronaldo, right? Or he's like Tom Brady, or Russell Wilson. You give him the ball, and he's going to do something with it every time. Maybe he'll make a mistake once or twice, but we can reliably count on this individual to produce for us if we give him something or if we need him. If, man, I got a problem. For instance, my Sarge, you know, we had the feds come in and say they were working on a case and they needed a blood draw for someone who had done something bad on the reservation and killed some people, right? And he looks at our detachment and goes, okay, who can I send down to the hospital to execute a search warrant that's going to get it done right because we're doing it for the feds? And he picks me because I've done more blood search warrants than anybody else in the rest of my crew. And I'm not trying to brag. I just happen to do a lot of them. And so he says, oh, he's known as a hard worker who specializes in this. Newton, get down there and get that blood for me. No problem, boss. I'll be on my way to the hospital. Email me whatever I need to know so I can get this thing done. And we just get it handled. Anyways, guys, look, the video is way too long. I'm sorry about that. I'm sure with the 12 followers I have right now, real great. Probably 4 of them are me on alt accounts. I don't even know. How to increase income. This right here, this little blueprint, this is going to help you so much. If you actively apply these things in your life, if you diligently work on these things, you're going to be successful. I promise you this. If you work on this right here, you will be successful. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.